How you doing, YouTube? Matt S. Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. Fucking mystery beers. Who doesn't love them? I know I do. Let's dive into this sucker. Get right into it. This comes courtesy of Tyler, down kind of Philly way. Actually, no, Tyler's from Connecticut. I confused him with Brian. Usually I don't catch my mess up, so I'm kind of impressed with myself on that one. Yeah, you sent me off a box of just kind of Connecticut goodness. There was a bunch of mystery beers in this one, and yeah, we're going to have fun with it. That's all I know. Mystery beers, if you don't know what they are at this point, I don't tell you. Basically, they're beers I have no idea what they are. I drink them, I talk about them. This one looks like it is a big old hazy. Just over an index finger, a big beveling creaminess. A little bit of rocky edges on it, but for the most part, pretty creamy stuff. And pretty uniform, tight, compact bubbles, sans a couple stragglers. She's got that big haze on her. Nose-wise, it's a soft, hop pellety kind of fruitiness. There's nothing kind of screaming distinct about it. I mean, you get a little bit of soft melon, a little bit of soft citrus, a little bit of soft stone fruit. It's kind of running the gamut of all that in the kind of hop world. But nothing's really jumping out to me. There's not even a huge sweetness to it, but it's not sweet. It's kind of running the middle of the road. Not necessarily in a bad way, but nose-wise, it's not overly impactful, let's put it that way. It smells nice. Smells like a nice, rich, lower ABV hazy based off the nose. But that could definitely change in the taste. Cheers. Okay. This is somebody's lower ABV hazy with lactose in it. Or vanilla, or a combination of the two. I don't think there's any fruit in this. There could be. I'm second guessing myself because I totally missed some fruit in a lactose mystery beer not too long ago. Yeah, there's a tartness to it too. So I am going to lean fruit on this, only because it's not a sour beer. It's a New England style IPA. I would say right around the 6.5% range. You know, aggressively hopped, kind of hazy New England style beer with a soft dollop of a lactose or vanilla addition along with a soft fruitiness. Now, what is that fruit? I don't know. The reason why I'm saying fruit is because I'm kind of teetering on the edge. Is that fruit or is that hops? Pretty sure it could go either way, but I'm leaning a little bit in fruit. What really puts me over the top is this kind of acidic tartness to it that is outside of the normal fermentation of the beer that I believe is coming from the fruit addition. Yeah. So let's go 6.5%. Aggressively hopped New England style IPA. Touch of lactose, touch of fruit, done and done. What I say, 6.5. Let's stick with that. I definitely don't hate this beer, but at the same time, it's not really blowing me away. There's nothing in it that's really kind of screaming like impactfulness. Not that I need impactfulness for me to really enjoy a beer, but for these kind of additional adjunct-laden kind of IPAs, you're kind of going for impact here. It kind of lacks a little bit of that. So let's see how far off I am. We have here brewery. Is this a brewery? No, Hoax Brewing. Never heard of them before. Beauty Parade. This is a peach milkshake IPA. So let's get down to the ABV. 6.5%. So, I mean, this one, I was kind of like weirdly kind of up in the air. Kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to really do well on this one. I think I might train wreck. And I kind of really fucking crushed it. I mean, I didn't really nail the fruit on it. I kind of knew there was a fruit addition in it. I knew there was a milkshake portion of the show. But I couldn't really kind of dig into where that fruit was coming from. It had that little bit of acidic portion that you get. And peaches aren't acidic. So it's not something that you're going to be like, okay, dumbass, there's no acidity to it. But it had some kind of fruit acidity to it. There's acidity to everything. There's a balance. There's a pH balance to everything in life. So I shouldn't even say that. There is acidity to a fucking peach. Anyway, there was something there. I just couldn't grasp onto it, and it was kind of melding so well with the hops. I just couldn't dig into it. I just knew it existed. And you know, the milkshake portion of the show, I get it. You know what I mean? It's there. Let's see. India Pale Ale brewed with peaches, lactose, sugar, and natural flavors added. And these guys are out of East Haven, Connecticut. It's not a bad beer by any stretch of the imagination. It drinks relatively easy. It's very light-handed when it comes to the milkshake portion of the show. And I do like the addition of fruit in it and how it plays. It just has... It's just missing something. It's missing that impact I talked about. And and like I said when I said it before, I don't need crazy overt impact when it comes to beers. Beers can be subtly impactful. They can be super gentle and really get a rise out of me. At least get a rise out of me as opposed to using the word impact. But you're talking about a fruit-added milkshake, New England style IPA. You're kind of expecting a little bit of kind of oomph to the end of that, and I'm just lacking a little bit of something here. It's almost like this is dialed up to a 7 and I wanted to go to a 10. Just crank the volume on all the flavors involved in this, and I think you would have something that would be not just amazingly delicious, but be one of the better kind of milkshake IPAs that I've had. It's tasty, it's drinkable, it's chuggable. Those aren't words I typically apply to a milkshake IPA, so give it that at minimum. I think it's a fun beer. I think it's a tasty beer. I think Hoax Brewing is on to something really fun with this beer. I just think if tweaks are done, it could be really kind of epically good. But all in all, I think it's a fun beer in general. And I think it did a pretty good job kind of dialing down to its bits and pieces without kind of calling out just the, fruit portion of the show. So let's talk about it. Is it one of the better milkshake IPAs that I've had as of late? With all that being said, there's been a couple from pretty damn big breweries that are known for milkshake IPAs that I would put beneath this one personally. So take that for what it's worth. It's not at the top, but there's been worse. And from breweries that most people covet milkshake IPAs from. Value availability, no idea. Maybe Tyler up there can let us know what's what when it comes to this brewery. I never even heard of Hoax Brewing before, so yeah. And leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like hazies, but you want a little milkshake in your game, or if you like milkshakes, but you want breweries to kind of dial back a little bit, kind of drop that lactose, not get as crazy with the fruit additions, not get as crazy with the lactose, that's what you're going to get here. And it's a tasty beer. It's almost a beer I'd really like to try. Uber fresh. How old is this? That might play a part in this. Okay, 122. Almost, 1, 2, 3. We're almost at 3 months old on this. So take that for, to at least understand that in part and parcel of the review. So it could have fallen off a little bit. If it did fall off quite a bit, this is probably a bit more impactful beer, and it might have met where I want it to be. So that's part and parcel of just mystery beers in general, because I don't know what I'm drinking before I kind of dive into them, and the tape was actually underneath, kind of covering up the date on it. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about this beer. But anyway, if you're looking for something like that that is really kind of a bit more kind of light-handed in the milkshake realm as opposed to super heavy-handed, this one's going to do you proper. So there you go, another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed a mystery beer. If you enjoy the mystery beers, down there you can talk about it. If you really enjoy them and you like to fucking see them going, because the only way I can do these is from people sending them to me. You're more than welcome to reach out, massivebeers@gmail.com. If you want to check me out on social media, Massive Beers all over on the social medias. Beer Massive for my podcast side of things. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little mystery milkshake right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.